So another indecisive market day, which struggled to hold on to big gains early. And think about this. In the last 5 trading sessions, it illustrates this worrisome pattern of a series of lower session high points. In fact, 3 of those sessions, we saw the intraday peak reach right at noon, and then the unraveling begins. Now, this suggests to some that smart investors might be selling into rallies rather than buying the dips. But also keep in mind, this is learned behavior of a very overly emotional market that has become something like Pavlov's dog, conditioned to start selling once intraday rallies stall. And it really doesn't take a lot for that selling to snowball, as would-be buyers remain reluctant to buy these dips. Now, this chart illustrates that, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's very compelling in many ways, because when I look at a 5-day chart, I see those patterns to the downside, but I see a double bottom, even a reverse head and shoulders. Both of those are bullish chart formations. So the Fed came to the rescue. Wall Street keeps blaming the Fed for the recent weakness, which explains why you have these members who are coming out and they're trying to promote calm. Today, it was 2 voting members of the FOMC, and I think their comments helped. We have Federal Reserve Governor Randall Quarles. He explicitly said there will be 3 gradual rate hikes, and he handicapped the 4th at just 30%. And Raphael Bostic, he put it like this. He said that the need for rate hikes and proper perspective. He talked about years of emergency era monetary policy and went on to say that banks have anticipated increases in rates and that they were really excited about their prospects for higher returns. So let's talk about feet of clay versus hands of stone. Even before these gyrations morphed into these multi-100-point sessions, even Dow up or down 500 or 1,000 points, I told you on this show that a shakeout period was coming. Now, the wilder the market becomes, the more uncertainty grows, and even heretofore strong hands can wilt into feet of clay. You got to stay focused on the fundamental underpinnings of this economy, which center on the revival of big business investments and increased consumer spending. Now let's talk about the session. One of the biggest losers today was Twitter. Saw its shares down almost 4%. This is a day after that lockout cut sizable chunks of followers from many conservative users. Now, I tweeted yesterday and asked for a clarification. Hello, @Jack. A lot of people are asking about Twitter lockout. Could the company please provide the criteria for erasing followers while folks sleep? I know there's a lot of pressure to be more responsible and curbing certain actions, but that shouldn't extend to muting opinions. The company issued a statement that read, in part, Twitter's tools are apolitical, and we enforce our rules without political bias. As part of our ongoing work and safety, we identify suspicious account behavior that indicate automated activity or violations of our policies around having multiple accounts. I heard from thousands of people that did not violate any of those rules. And I want to bring in now Kristen Tate. She is a conservative author and a contributor to Hill. This is big yesterday on social media. And conservatives feel like, hey, it's not the first time they've been targeted by one of these Silicon Valley companies. And I felt like that statement was disingenuous, because these are real human beings, not bots.
That's right. Conservatives, libertarians, and Trump supporters lost hundreds, sometimes thousands of followers overnight. Twitter, of course, claims it's just trying to purge bots and fake accounts following Mueller's announcement that he's indicting 13 Russian trolls. The site, as you mentioned, claims its efforts are apolitical, but it seems like the vast majority of accounts targeted are conservative accounts. Making matters more concerning is Twitter's own public statements on the matter, which only cite pro-Trump and right-wing posts as examples of propaganda. And of course, this comes despite the fact that Mueller's investigation found that Russians were promoting both pro-Trump and pro-Hillary Clinton posts on social media. So there are a lot of questions, and Twitter, frankly, their answer was insufficient.
Also, Kristen, what bothered me was the media, which sort of took the angle that Twitter was trying to combat right-wing racist agitators, and therefore hinting that if somehow your account was interrupted or disrupted, then maybe you fit the bill.
Yeah, the media's response has been infuriating to many on the right. But what's most concerning to me is the lack of transparency that Twitter is using with regards to its methodology of how it defines terms like Russian linked and bots. For example, is a Twitter account that retweets viral Trump memes and also follows Russian-related accounts considered Russian linked? There are many unanswered questions, but Twitter needs to be very careful here. Their stock hasn't exactly been fantastic fantastic over the last 2 years. As you mentioned today, their stock is down by over 3%, while the Dow is up by almost 200 points. These things matter, and if you alienate nearly half of your users, there are going to be effects on your bottom line. That's it.
Kristen Tate, thank you very, very much. Always appreciate it.